Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give everyone a little bit of hope, especially those struggling with children leaving the nest, whether it's naturally or sometimes it's still naturally because parental estrangement is alive and unwell. So anyways, I want to give a spin on it to hopefully help people who are dealing with estrangement, what do I do now, etc. And let's think about it. The first 20, maybe 20 years of your life is spent with your family of origin. You are born into a household, you have siblings, and then you get to meet all of your extended family, grandparents, aunts, uncles, etc. And you as a child do not have a choice regarding who you live with. It's kind of like here you are. You are taught to be cohesive and make the best of it. And sometimes you get along with your siblings and sometimes you do not. And then after that, you grow up, have your own family. And for the next 20 years, you're raising your own. And your children are born into a home where they also have not had a choice who they're going to live with throughout their childhood, etc. And then after that, sometimes they leave the nest and sometimes they remain at home, and that's okay too. But in the case where you've had children that have left the nest, we're thinking, well, now what? And now that you've had your experience and you've been around and obviously met a variety of people through your life, the best thing about after our kids leave is now we can finally have relationships we are choosing as adults on our own, as individuals. So when your children leave, a lot of us don't think about it. We have to write down what we want when it comes to friends and people we're going to associate with and others who we're gonna. And there's a book called How to Avoid Marrying a Jerk, and it's a part of the book says there's certain people you talk to out on the street and certain people you allow in your front yard to discuss your gardening with, and then some people you invite onto your front porch for tea, and then other people you invite into your home. So you have to decide who you're going to invite into your home. And what's wonderful about it is you can choose. You can choose to say hi to someone in passing or come on in, I want us to be friends. Because those are the people that have shown themselves trustworthy, that have your back, etc. And I just find now that I have a variety of people in my life that I really enjoy talking to, that they walk past, we chit-chat, come on in, I'll show you the backyard, let's see what's going on, I'll show you my flowers, and then we get to know each other. And it's so wonderful because I can take the time to establish new relationships, and I have. It's amazing. And what's nice is, first of all, you can keep people at arm's length, and over time, 6 months, a year, you can say, well, this person has remained stable. Now, on the other hand, I'll give you an example. I have a neighbor who actually lives next door to us, and it's a couple. They have children that are, out and about in this world, and we would talk every day, and she had a garden, and we excited, and our dogs would go over, and everything was on the up and up. And then I had her on Facebook, and one day she sends me a message and she says the dogs pooped in the yard. And I said, oh, if you put up a flag, I can send my husband or stepson over to clean it up. And I was talking about one of those little fishing flags, like an orange flag, etc. And then I'd see her outside and everything was fine. And then on Facebook, she sent me another message and said the dogs pooped in the yard. And I said, well, where's the flag? And she said, well, it's up front. And I walked around and I messaged her and I said, I don't see it. She goes, well, it's in the back. And it was a driveway reflector. And then saw her out in the yard, no problems. But then on Facebook again, she messages me and she says, well, the dogs are in the yard. Why don't you put up a fence? And I finally said, what in the world is going on? She couldn't even tell me to my face. So I finally said, if you have an issue, Talk to my husband. They are his dogs. We are not putting up a fence. Tell your husband to stop calling them over. My husband's going to have to retrain them. I'm done. So I finally blocked her on Facebook because it was getting silly. And then I saw her husband at the bottom of the yard. And I said, I'm sorry about what happened. He goes, oh, that's just the way she is. One day she's your best friend and the next day she'll blow up. But then she'll go back to being your best friend. I said, oh no, we don't play that game here. I only have friends who, it might be a flat line. We don't have a lot of up and down like AFib or ATAC. We're just across the board. This is who I am. And this is the way it's going to be. I don't need instability or chaos or drama, etc. So anyways, that's what I'm talking about. So as an adult, you have an opportunity to take the time to get to know people and make sure they're on the up and up. Take your time. Don't be desperate. Get out there and do something. But that's all I wanted to say. I gotta run, but I'll be back.